back to the channel and to the first of hopefully a few videos of Oil House Garage on the road. If you've been following this channel for long, you may remember that I've said on several occasions that the fuel testing I do to test ethanol content and the octane of super unleaded and some obviously 95 octane fuels to determine the ethanol content, it's obviously restricted to, or rather limited to the areas that I live and work in where I'm able to get the fuel. So I've mentioned it before since a subscriber very generously sent in a sample from North Wales. Thank you again to Tom Davies. And we discovered that yeah, in Wales their Esso Synergy Supreme does contain ethanol and is the well, we can assume is the correct octane, because in this area, and I think most of the central and south of England, Esso Synergy Supreme is reading a much lower octane rating than advertised. It's about 93 RON rather than it's advertised 99 plus. So just to get a broader idea of how their fuels are distributed and where they're available without ethanol in, and from that are those ethanol free ones like they are in our area, slightly lower, well slightly, it's quite a lot actually, a lower octane than advertised. So what I'm doing here is I've finally got the opportunity to head east of England to, I've actually made a purchase on eBay, picking up a, it's very nerdy this is I'm afraid, I'm picking up a Philips CM8833 Mark II CRT monitor, which has got a composite video input, like I say, probably the less you hear about it the better. And that's actually based in, well, the guy who I'm collecting it from is in a place just north of Rushden, I think Higham Ferrers, something like that. And yeah, so I'm heading that way, and since I'm already in that direction, I was thinking of trying to get a fuel sample from Cambridgeshire, so I was going to head to Cambridge, should I have been out in this direction for whatever reason. But yeah, nothing's come up until now, so yeah, this is the first time I'm doing it. Of course, if I'm sort of north of Rushden, that probably actually make more sense to head to Peterbourough. So I think I'll do that instead, because it's slightly further north than Cambridge, not that far away. But and obviously I can get an Esso Synergy Supreme sample from there just to see what the east of the country's like, what their fuel samples like. While I'm there, I could even pick up a sample of Shell V-Power. I'll say this now, there's going to be a lot of waffling in this video. I'll put timestamps to the various waffles. The results, although I have brought my octane tester with me, the results for each fuel I pick up will be in other videos, so I can actually have videos specific to the location that I've got the fuel from. But yeah, I thought it'd be fun and maybe entertaining, at least for my sake anyway, to actually film the trip there. Yeah, there's a few things I'd like to mention as well, because you might have noticed that yeah, I haven't done that many videos since the new year. I mean, it's March, it's March the 12th now, so I've only done one video since the new year, and that was from very old footage that I've finally managed to get edited into a long video, doing that cam belt change on the Civic Type D, and yeah, and that's been it so far. And that's basically because I have got videos ready to go up, but YouTube have been well, YouTube have got the arsehole with me again for some reason. Because you might have noticed that my subscriber count has went to what was it, 1,770 odd subscribers, and you only need 1,000 with a certain amount of watch hours, like I don't know, 4, 5, 6,000 watch hours to monetize the channel. Obviously, you won't get much money on the with such a limited number of subscribers, however, and watch hours. However, they do a thing now where you can have a membership, so people can join your channel for whatever fee use the channel owner sets. Where I think you can basically, when they comment, they can add little things which is exclusive to the members of the channel then, and you can like offer perks like seeing a video a little bit early or having members only videos, etc. Sounds a bit like OnlyFans, really, doesn't it? The friend told me. back to the point on my channel, if I was getting tiny amounts of membership or advertising money in, I could then go a little bit further, spend that money developing the channel further, and then I could buy petrol. I mean, buying the petrol isn't too bad because I can actually use it and burn it myself. It's not like it's costing me money buying the petrol because I can use it. But obviously travelling somewhere that I wouldn't have necessarily gone before, that would then be a cost to me, and then it's sort of not worth it if I'm not getting any, apart from the knowledge I might gain from just the interest in knowing what the fuel's like in other parts of the country. It'd be nice to be compensated for doing it where others can see it. So, but that didn't happen because I met all the criteria. I've met all the watch hours now, so this was some time ago. I got we're on amount of subscribers. You get an email from YouTube saying that oh, you're eligible now for memberships. You're eligible now to apply for AdSense, and I did, and they come back and said, oh sorry, your channel's not good enough yet or whatever, and there's not much of a reason. I did have an issue before though. I think this was a mistake I've made, is that I have actually run this particular channel that you're subscribed to for a long time. I forgot when I started it, but it was originally called Leadfoot because I had a job where I was delivering hire cars, and I was lucky enough to get some really high-end stuff I was delivering. I was moving Ferraris about, delivering Porsche 911 turbos. Fastest I've ever been on a public road was over 160 in an Aston Martin DB11, which was at this job. And of course I used to film them and film the trips, and back then you didn't need a certain limit to have it. As long as you were just monetised for advertising, that was it, you were monetised. And then they called it the Adpocalypse, and of course I was quite outspoken about it and complained about it, and if you know me personally, I'm not exactly the what's the word for it? I'm not exactly the most compliant of people when it comes to being bossed about, and and I'd imagine you get what's it called, shadow banned and things like that, or flagged as being a bit of a troublemaker. So, and I've kept the same channel. I didn't use it for ages. Deleted all the videos, let's say in protest, and then eventually I thought, I'll start doing it again with once I started doing like car repairs and things like that again. And I think the mistake was I didn't just close the email and the account that this channel was linked to. And I should have started the Boiler House Garage channel on a fresh one, and then that way I might have had more of a chance. And I've noticed it before. It didn't end there as well. A lot of the comments I make on other channels disappear, but I think it happens to other people, because I've had people comment on this channel, and I get a notification that somebody's commented. I look to see the first gist of what they commented, and when I click on it, it goes to the video. It's vanished. And I've even had some guy who was a subscriber for quite a long time. He actually started, he was complaining because I said something he didn't agree with, and he goes, yeah, oh, I'm not subscribing to this channel anymore, and he said, I asked you a question ages ago, and it was apparently a detailed one. He talked about the fuel testing or some on some forum, and some apparently a real life fuel tester then at one of the refineries would know better than me, and I didn't answer him. But of course I never saw this question because it vanished, and you can go back on any of the videos I've done before that the question's not there, so I've no idea what he was gibbering about. But anyway, I digress. And I still comment on other channels as anybody would, because if you want to be involved and take a bit of interest in what the channel's about. And I was actually watching, totally unrelated to cars or anything. I was watching these Game Master. I don't know if you remember those from the early 90s. It was a video game show, and what they were having like this tournament on, and there was this young kid. He was a school kid. And it turns out he actually grew up to be a real-life presenter. I can't remember his name for the life of me, but he had, like me, he's got these thick glasses with the where your face looks quite narrow in them, and that's indicative of being very short-sighted. And of course now he's on the TV presenting, he doesn't wear glasses at all. So I said, oh, it turns out whatever his name was, yeah, was very short-sighted when he was younger, and that's so he's probably wearing contacts like I am now, or he's had laser eye surgery. And for some reason, YouTube flagged that comment as hateful or harmful, because I didn't believe it at first. Thought it might have been a delay. They're complaining that I said something hateful, because to be honest, I do swear and you know, speak my piece on a lot of things, and I don't know, maybe I could have understood that, but no, I flicked back to that particular video, and that's the one that it keeps coming up saying, we've removed your channel for hatred, and not your channel, your comment for hatred or harmful content or whatever it was. And then they go, hang on, just make the lights. The BMWs don't f***ing indicate. So yeah, they removed this comment. Somehow that was hateful, but you can actually, you've got a button to click. It gives you the option to click saying, oh, check this, I think you've got it wrong. So I did, and I basically said, well, what the hell are you on about? When I said somebody's short-sighted, I mean, you know, genuinely myopic. They have myopia, they're short-sighted. That's all I said. I wasn't saying they were short, but to call somebody short-sighted in terms of like being ignorant or something, it's not hateful or harmful, is it? And so I really don't get what's happening there. But I had no response, no direct response at least, to the report that I sent. However, what I noticed is suddenly my subscriber count dropped from 1,770 odd subs to what it is today, which is about 1,690 odd. So I'm yeah, not really sure. I'd imagine that's a response for YouTube of just, I can't say for certain, I don't know what's happening, but why else would, it's too much of a coincidence. I just complained saying that, oh, you know, YouTube, you've got it wrong here, so yeah, didn't hear a reply, and what they did is they wiped out a load of my subscribers. I mean, they could have been from dead accounts, bot accounts, anything like that, and they've just saw them and thought, oh, well, they haven't been active for a while, so we'll just unsubscribe those from him, which is, it might be why it's a weird figure, why they didn't take more or whatever, who knows. But in any case, I'm pretty sure something's going on there. So YouTube have been pissing me off. It takes me a little while to, you know, sob about it and calm down a bit, and then I think of my interest. It's like I'm the one that wanted to be doing these videos for my interest. It was just to share what I'm doing, because if you do all this stuff and it's only for your own, you just keep it to yourself, well, it's you can get more value if you're like sharing it with other people, and then other people can come up with other suggestions, and again making it a public thing. You're spreading the knowledge that the government's trying to put ethanol in all our petrols, not actually a good thing, and then there's a customer service and products review, then let's say, of the Esso fuel, finding out that it isn't quite the Octane that it's advertised to be. Yeah, I sort of started doing it again, but I do have tons and tons of footage on my hard drive of working on cars and stuff. It's just that when YouTube pisses me off like that, I don't tend to be in the mood to spend hours and hours editing and doing the scripts if I need to do a voiceover, which I do most of the time, because you can probably tell from now I do sort of and stammer quite a bit when I talk. But so yeah, there I go again. But more to the point on this video, then I'm going to be yeah, getting a fuel sample of Esso Synergy Supreme from it's not Cambridge I'm going now, it's Peterbourough. So I'll see how far it is to, because Peterborough's in Cambridgeshire, I'm told, and if you head slightly further east you get into Norfolk. So I can't remember if it was Norfolk where there's actually an ethanol plant, because there's one ethanol plant, they make it from grapes or something in the UK, but of course that's not necessarily where, because they'll make it there and then take it halfway across the country, because that's environmentalist, that is, to the certain fuel refineries, or it could be taken to the distribution centres, because a lot of the additives and the tankers will be filled at a refinery of a base petrol, and then isn't until, this might have changed, but this isn't until it's ready for delivery to, let's say, Shell. The additives package that Shell have created, or that makes of their product, will be poured into that tanker, and the act of actually driving it mixes it around. Now, yeah, like I said, might not be the case these days. I'm not sure how it's changed. And that was obviously from the second-hand information, let's call it, because it was from the word of another driver. But I've no reason to doubt it, because it seems logical. When it comes to ethanol, I don't know when that's added. Again, I think it is still mixed in after tankers are actually loaded, or the tanks that the tankers are filled from are loaded, because that's why we still get parts of the country where you can get an ethanol-free petrol, despite the fact the government says, oh yes, this is a thing, we've got to have up to 5% in these fuels and up to 10% in these, to most people's detriment. Right, let's go. Oh, we got a gap. So I'm in Higham Ferrers Market Square. I got here considerably earlier than I was supposed to, because well, I drove past the guy's house at well, it was 1:10 It said the ETA was 20 to 2, so I'm half hour early. So I'll take the, I don't know how that happened. Take the opportunity to get a quick bite to eat, and then let's go and grab this monitor. It's a shame my daughter wasn't with me, because she loves going places like this. That's the Market Square Bakery. It's got bakers and confectioners. So I've got a sausage roll. Oh, it's cold. So is it good? Now look at this. It's ice cream, but with hundreds of thousands on it. So it's probably just cream, I'd imagine. And then I might save it for the trip back. I got a donut with hundreds of thousands. Now, at my age, I am supposed to be watching what I eat, but a little treat now and again is alright. I've actually put a lot of weight on. It's marshmallow. I'll have that donut after all. Make a mess. Anyway, our next stop is going to be Peterbourough, of course, and the Esso that's come up as the first one I'll get to, and it's called Esso Westside. It's called. It's actually its name. So yeah, I've got to do my best LEG impression when I'm there. Yeah, we'll see you over there for the first Esso sample. Oh, he's going for it on thermi. Something there. Hiya, curve that and punt number 5 for me, please.
Hey, baby.
Lovely. Thank you. No, that's fine. Check's gone through. Yep, thank you. Bye. Right, so I'm not going to have a look at it here just in case it makes me feel uncomfortable because there's no proper car park. But we'll look for a shell now. That's good. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Hello, mate. Just punt number 1 for me, please.
Number 1. Have you got shell go plus?
I haven't, no.
21.
Thank you. All through, thank you very much. Should get a partner in this one. Press for time. There. Esso near Northampton, Northamptonshire is the red jerry can. Hello boss, punt number 1 for you please mate. I haven't, no, thanks. Cheers.
Thank you.
No receipt, that's fine, thank you very much. Nice and polite. That's what I like. Is that still the A45? Hey love, can I have punt number 3 for me please? Cheers.
Hey baby.
You need a receipt?
No, that's fine, thanks so much. Cheers now. Lovely. if you've made it this far without skipping ahead, then a massive thank you for sticking with me. So on that trip out, we've got a Cambridgeshire sample of Esso Synergy Supreme and Shell V-Power, a Northamptonshire sample of Esso Supreme, and as I had a last minute detour to Hanborough a moment ago, I picked up a gallon of Golf Endurance as we're yet to do an octane test on it, which meant I was unable to get the Esso sample from Norfolk, unfortunately. If you're not subscribed, please consider doing so that you'll be notified of each of these tests when I get the chance to do them over the next few days. Plus, as I mentioned earlier, YouTube knocked my subscriber count down and rejected my application for monetization. Another massive thank you to those of you who already are, and of course for you for watching this video. See you in the next one.